Hello and welcome to a very short episode of Fully Charged. This is a bit of a special one. There's this thing called the Mongol Rally. It's where cars drive from England all the way to China. Loads of people have done it before, lots of different cars. This year, a wonderful man called Chris Ramsey is doing it in an electric car. So just before he left, we managed to do a Skype interview with him, a first for Fully Charged. So here is Chris Ramsey. Where are you at the moment, Chris?
At the moment, I'm up in Aberdeen in my home,
right?
In my little home office.
Your home office with a wonderful map of the world behind you, which of course you now need because you're going to be such a widely travelled man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is coming very handy behind me, so I can plot my route across from Europe into southern Siberia.
Right. So you are taking part in what is called the Mongol Rally. Is that right?
Yeah. So the Mongol Rally is an event that's held every year. Well, it is only ever done by petrol and diesel cars. So there's 330 entrants this year, wow. And every single one is petrol and diesel. I'm the first ever person to enter an electric car.
Wow.
We're driving down initially from Aberdeen down to London. We're doing this in aid of WWF Scotland, right, as our charity. So we're going to be doing little stop-offs along the way and tying in with WWF initiatives, kind of meeting school kids and kind of working out, doing some stuff there with them, which is great.
Brilliant. Wow.
But then we stop at Goodwood Racing Circuit, and that is the official start line of the Mongol Rally. Wow. And we drive from there right across Europe. We're heading into Kazakhstan. We're going to be, from my knowledge at the moment, the first ever electric car to cross the whole length of Kazakhstan. We head into Russia, then hopefully back down into Mongolia and cross the whole of Mongolia and back up into Ulan-Ude, which is the finishing point in Siberia.
But I'm presuming that there are not many filling stations, petrol or diesel filling stations in some areas of Mongolia, and even less. Well, maybe there are. I mean, you must have worked this out. Are there electrical outlets you can get hold of?
No, I mean, the whole route, obviously I've had to map the entire route pretty intensively, but the whole point of this is, we've got the long-standing myths. You can't drive electric cars out of cities and you've got nowhere to charge them. But the whole point of this is to inspire debate and open people's notions on what you think an electric charge point is. We're passing however many buildings in these countries. So wherever there's a building, there's electricity. Yeah. So that you have a charge point.
Yeah.
And we've done some great work with, just come off the phone to the Kazakhstani government this morning, and got some great work with them. Kazpost is one of their obviously the big postal service there. They have sites all over Kazakhstan. They've actually just gone and bought electric bikes for delivering the post.
Wow.
So they charge them up. They're well into the whole electric thing, electric car scene. And they want us to basically stop off and charge at their post office depots.
How brilliant. Wow. Well, I'm just thinking of all the sort of anxiety questions that people ask, because presumably, ideally, you would keep up with the petrol and diesel cars, but clearly they're going to be able to go much further on one tank. So how do you time that? I mean, are you going to be with a big group of cars most of the time, do you think?
No, I mean, most of the time we're probably going to be on our own. And the good thing about the Mongol Rally is you only have a start and finishing point. There is nothing in between. You decide your own route.
Right.
So there's teams going through the northern route through Russia. There's teams going through Ukraine, straight into Kazakhstan. There's teams going the southern route like us. But we will deviate when we hit Azerbaijan. When we hit Azerbaijan in Baku, we'll head up into Kazakhstan. Some teams will carry on further south. But if you look at the Mongol Rally itself, it's all about having an adventure. So most teams will actually really only cover about 150 to 200 miles a day anyway.
Right.
Because you want to see the sights, you want to experience the cultures. So that plays beautifully into our arms anyway.
So it's not a timed race where there's an actual winner that got there quicker or anything like that?
Yeah.
Right.
Some teams will finish the rally in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Some teams will finish it in 8, 10, 12, 13 weeks.
Oh, God. I see. All right. So
it's all about having the adventure rather than having a race. There's no prize for coming first.
Right.
Which is good for me.
Yes. But I mean, with that, you're very likely not to be last by a long shot. I mean, you could easily get there in that time without any stress, couldn't you? And what car are you using to drive then?
So I am using a 30 kilowatt Nissan Leaf Ascenta.
Right.
And contrary to maybe some of the internet myths, I've not modified the battery or put big diesel generators on the back of it or anything. No, it's bog standard 30 kilowatt Leaf. So we've not adjusted the battery, the drivetrain or anything.
Right.
We have raised the suspension slightly to cope with some of those lovely roads we're going to come across.
Yeah.
We've taken out the back seats, so that reduces the weight in the car but gives us a lot more storage room.
Yeah.
And we've put a roof rack with a lovely LED light bar, which I'm quite impressed with.
Oh. Was there some sort of protective underbody plate you put on? I can't remember if that was...
We have also put a piece of aluminium plate, which all teams do just to protect the underside of the car.
Yeah.
That just stops those nasty rocks from getting up underneath into the charger and inverter.
Yeah, that would be bad. You don't want to do that. So you're not going on your own, then you're actually traveling with your wife on this journey?
Yes. So my wife is my co-driver, and the great thing about her is she's an adventurer, a bit of an adventure at heart and traveler at heart myself. Plus, she's a big, huge electric car fan. But yeah, so along the route, I mean, you will be able to keep up to date with us. We're going to be posting through all the usual social media platforms. We are now on Instagram.
Right.
And we'll have our website up, the pluginadventures.com website up and running as well. We have a wireless device, a data device that allows us to connect to any mobile network while we're away. So we're hoping to still keep the whole Periscope live broadcasting sessions happening as well. So people can have live Q&As and experience some of the adventure that we're having while we're there. Great stuff.
Well, look, Chris, I think I think you're barking mad, but also brilliant. I think it's amazing that you're doing it, and really, really good luck. I really hope you enjoy it and have an amazing time. It's been thanks so much, and thanks for taking the time to talk to us today with your fabulous map. Well, it's the best backdrop I've ever seen. Normally, Skype calls, you see in the background, you see like an old cupboard with some shoes hanging out of it and a tennis racket. But that is very cool, very cool. Great to speak to you, Chris. Thank you very much.
Cool, thank you.
Well, good luck to Chris. I know he's travelling there with his wife, Julie. I think they're going to have an amazing time. I really hope they have great adventures and they get back safely. It's completely barking mad. I can't believe he's doing it. Anyway, that's all. Please subscribe to Fully Charged. Please do have a look at the Patreon link. And as always, if you have been, thank you for watching.